So you keep scrolling, you keep swiping, but you never see anyone that you actually like. I'm dating coach Hayley Quinn, and I'm here to explain why you're having this kind of dry spell in your dating life and how you can go about fixing it. Now, we all should know by now that part of successful dating is actually just being really comfortable by yourself. It's like that not having a need to have something going on in your dating life or not feeling like there's anything wrong with you because you're not constantly messaging someone or there's no one like on the go at the moment. However, it can feel frustrating when you have a really strong intention to meet someone to suddenly be like, I'm just not seeing anybody I like. So why is this going on and how can you go about fixing it? Now, I know there's a lot of limiting beliefs around dating out there, which go something like, there's no good men left, all the good guys are taken, they've run out. It's like almost like you're trying to date and it's like 11 p.m. in Tesco's on like Christmas Eve or something, like the shelves are empty. But the reality isn't like that. We can actually say confidently, there's probably more single people now than there has been ever before. So the dating pool is really big. And if you're just not kind of feeling it or you're not matching with anybody, I think we can trace that back, not to the fact there's no one left, but there's going to be something going on there in terms of how you are or aren't selecting people, which could be stopping you from meeting someone. I like to call this phase discard phase. It's when you're in a bit of a no mindset where it's just like, no, 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 no. And sometimes the more we repeat that, no, I'm not saying anybody like stuff this attitude, the more it can actually compound. And we know what we need to feel like in order to find chemistry or to feel excited about meeting new people. You need to feel confident and flirty and fun and open-minded in yourself. And that will then often trickle down into how you then appraise potential matches that are coming your way. Now, this is easier said than done as well, because of course, if you have had lots of dating experiences that haven't worked out, by now you might be starting to feel pretty demotivated by the whole thing. So how do we turn this around? First of all, it's important to ask yourself, or how do I go back to accessing those emotions? How do I start to feel more flirty again? How do I start to feel more open-minded? How can I start to make dating fun? So the flirtation side, it might mean that you do something to do with self-care. You may take up Latin dance. You may take up something which is some sort of self-worship ritual, which helps you to tap back into that feeling of sensuality, even if you don't have a guy that you're actively dating at the moment. If it comes down to wanting to have more fun on your dates, is there a way that you could date that would be more enjoyable? Could you drag some people to some yoga classes instead of going out for a few drinks? Is there a way that you can choose to date where you can walk away from that date, even if there's no click, feeling like it was still a rewarding experience? And can you look at your attitude towards your dating life and kind of catch yourself every time you say, oh, there's nobody left, and actually change your story to being a bit more like, well, actually, there's loads of people out there. In fact, it's my job now to go out and create the best process that I can to find them. So if you're in discard mode at the moment and you're stuck on some hard no's, don't worry. Know that there's things that you can actually do with yourself to slowly get out of that space and to start becoming more open-minded again. The second thing that you could do is actually just to take a break from dating. Now, I used to hate that when I was dating, when people said that to me, because it would be almost like they were telling you to go and sit on the back bench because you were doing something wrong. But sometimes if you are feeling like your emotional batteries have just been totally worn down by dating so far, that can be a really smart thing to do just to give you a bit of a reset. The third thing to realize is just to not let space in your life or not having anything going on panic you, or for that to be a negative. It's normal in all areas of our lives to experience peaks and troughs of motivation. And also, if there is space in your life right now where you're not meeting anyone, you have to understand that phase is highly unlikely to last forever. So don't dwell on it, and understand if you have that space, actually, there's room there for you to meet new people. You just might need to reset some of your emotional batteries, to have a look at that attitude in terms of how you're appraising people on dating apps, and to notice if you are going into discard mode and suddenly everyone is a no, it's time to back away from the dating app here. Just put it down, have a good night's sleep, do something nice for yourself, pick it back up again, and you may find actually there's loads more matches out there for you. I'm dating coach Hayley Quinn, and if you'd like to have a little bit more of a look into how your process is working for you around dating, I'd highly recommend you go over to hayleyquinn.com/real love and enroll in my free online mini training there.